Hi. Okay, hold on. Let me get rid of this sub goal because we're doing a YouTube video real quick.
So who cares? Why not do your own thing and let them say what they want?
I just got back from an hour and a half of practicing rollerblading. Why does that affect you? Well, I had this idea for a video, and usually when I have an idea for a video, I let it simmer because it's not like the perfect time to do a video. So I don't want to like stop what I'm doing and set up and do a video, or maybe I don't have makeup on. It would take me like 30 minutes, whatever. Right now, I have the inspiration to do this video. I haven't fully fleshed it out or thought it through. So you're going to do that with me right now, but I am full motivation, full passion about this topic right now because it's just fresh in my mind. So I have been wanting to do a video on how to help like betas, simps, lonely guys / incels, whatever, for a long time. And I know it's not going to be a well-received series or video because of course people are going to be like, oh, we don't listen to women. They're going to be brainwashed already by red pill and already angry at me just by the way that I look or the way that I talk or something, or my success or whatever. But for those of you that are open-minded, or those of you who are fans of me but still feel like you lack confidence, this is the biggest one I'm going to be talking about and helping with today. Confidence. Then hopefully you'll stick around and listen, and maybe it'll spark some kind of light bulb in your brain. It's funny because when someone makes a change in their life, it's usually because a light bulb popped up, or they find someone that they trust or believe in and they start listening to what that person has to say because of their own personal preferences for like the person's personality or something. For many of you, you're probably going to be like, okay, I already knew this, or this doesn't do anything for me. But if one of you has that light bulb pop up, that's cool. We did our job. So a lot of guys in the manosphere or whatever will tell you, well, the guys who actually are trying to help you with tips, like Dr. K or someone, you know, people who are trying to help the lonely men or the incels of the world change their lives for the better so they're not depressed. The people who actually want to help will tell them something like, okay, you need to get okay with rejection. You need to be comfortable with rejection. And with multiple rejections in a row, you're probably going to bounce back and realize that rejection's not that bad. So you'll lessen the fear of rejection, and therefore you'll build a confidence slowly because you're not going to be afraid. So you're going to walk up to a girl and be yourself, and it's going to be hot because you're going to be confident about it. That kind of thing. But that is so much easier said than done. And I honestly think that one of the reasons why I'm so resilient and I'm so strong in who I am and sure about who I am and confident in myself and stuff, and not worried about like embarrassing myself or everything like that, like not really worried about societal pressures or what people think about me. I think I developed that at a young age because I surrounded myself with strong men and men who kind of made me more of a tomboy, and therefore all of my hobbies and things that I like require skill, you know? I'm not trying to bag on women. There are a lot of things that women do that require skill, but I'm going to tell you to pick up a hobby, something you've wanted to do for a while, and actually learn to do that thing at the base level of passing. Because this is what I've been doing my entire life. Aside from having a lot of hate in school when I was really young and deciding early on, just probably because of how supportive my parents were, that I don't give a fuck what other people think. I am who I am and I like myself. And if I enjoy what I do and if I enjoy myself, then fuck them. A lot of people don't have that loadout. They have not necessarily abusive parents, but they have parents who are not as supportive, parents who are not as hippie and all like, I just want you to be happy, and kind of built up my self-esteem. So I was able to handle all of the school bullying and the school drama that I had much easier and much more effortlessly. And I built that nice, strong foundation. Without that, you got to build confidence some way. And one of the other ways, aside from having amazing parents and people around me who supported who I was fucking failing at a lot of things a lot of times and becoming okay at a lot of things. I'm one of those people that likes to gather hobbies. I basically collect hobbies, and I don't do it because I like to collect hobbies. It's just because I almost have ADD for the things that I'm interested in, and I want to do 100 different things sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And these last couple years, I've delved back into having to learn to do things well, because when I was younger, it was having to learn to play video games well, or having to learn to play Pokemon cards. And then later in my life, it was Magic cards, it was StarCraft. And let me tell you, all of these things, to become as good at them as I was, not saying that I was good, because once again, I have 1,000 hobbies. I can't be really good at one thing if I have 1,000 hobbies. But to be as good as I was at StarCraft, to get platinum, as someone who never played keyboard games until she was an adult, I cried so many days just trying to get better at fucking dealing with roach rushes and stuff. Like, you can ask Jay. So many times I felt like my hands just don't do the movements that I need in order to do this thing. I can't do this. It bothers me so much now because I know that when you feel that way, just keep trying, keep practicing, especially in a structured way where you're playing, watching your replays, or like watching a video, then trying to apply one certain thing, following certain exercises. Because of course, as a side note, I'm also terrified of gaining bad habits. I gained a lot of bad habits being self-taught with bass guitar, but the amount of days that I cried, the amount of hours that I put in, the amount of times that I felt like I cannot fucking do this has built up the confidence in me that today, years and years later after I learned to play StarCraft 2, I was out trying to learn to turn properly without using my outside leg in rollerblading. Whatever, you don't need to know. Just trying to gain the skills in rollerblading to where I won't need the back brake, and I can actually hang out with my dude Hunter, who is already amazing at everything and played hockey in fucking middle school or whatever, so he's like really good at that shit. And I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna fucking learn this hard thing that for me, it doesn't feel like my legs can do it. Every time I turned, I would put all of my weight on my heel because I was so afraid of falling forward. I have a big fear of falling, and so I just felt like my body could not do that. I literally persevered for like over an hour, and I was able to start cutting like I learned to do on snowboarding, which was another thing that I learned recently. But my point is, find a hobby that has nothing to do with your main goal in life. Maybe to find a partner, to get a good job, to start talking to people and be more outgoing. It doesn't have to be an outgoing thing. You can build confidence by teaching yourself to do little things. So start really, really small, like something you want to learn to do, like cook something dumb or organize something in a certain way. A good tip for me, a little thing that I learned recently that I had to look up and then I practiced and now I'm good at it, was folding those fucking fitted sheets on a bed. You know, the ones that have the scrunchie on one side and you got to fit it over the mattress. Every time I put that shit away, I would just like throw it into the cupboard. I would like push it into the cupboard and I was like, you know what? I am training to be the world's perfect housewife. The world's most perfect housewife. And I need to learn how to do this without it looking like fucking shit and coming out all wrinkled when I want to put it on. So I looked it up online. How the fuck do you fucking fold this fitted sheet? And it required a little bit of dexterity, a couple tries, and I was able to do it. That gives you a sense of confidence to take something where you're like fumbling around with it or you don't know how to do it and to learn it. So I would say do like 10 of those things. Do little things where you're like, how could I put this away better? Or how could I wire manage my fucking PC better? Because that's something I taught myself too through trial and error. Every time I realize that I got to do something that's minorly inconvenient, I remember that just with a little bit of extra, like looking it up, trying, you fail, look it up, follow it more closely, try again, okay, you've got it. With a little practice, anything can become commonplace, muscle memory, anything can become easy, and that will give you so much confidence to know that like you're capable of pretty much anything. When someone goes like, oh, I could never rollerblade, or oh, I could never play the guitar, you absolutely fucking can. Everyone can. So gain that confidence by finding a few things that you want to do that's not the scariest thing in the world, like talking to women, and doing those fucking things, whatever it is. And post in the comments what that thing is. Learn something tonight, like literally tonight. Learn how to do something slightly better tonight. Like, how do I fold my towels in a more aesthetic way? Just anything. And post down in the comments what you decided to go with, because that'll give other people and me ideas. I have improved my life 20-fold by learning a million things, and that's why I like to collect little things that I know how to do, because everything's more organized, everything's nicer, I can do things quicker. I like to look up how to make things quicker. I like to practice things like packing better, buying little things that will make my day more efficient, and learning how to use them and adding them into my routine. And all of this stuff gives me so much confidence. To close out this video, because I do have to get to the stream, any of you who are waiting for my Twitch stream in this outfit, I'm sorry, I just had a burst of inspiration. But I finally learned how to start cutting in the rollerblades after one day of practicing at home and an hour practicing out there today, getting pretty frustrated, feeling like I'm not going to be able to do this. Maybe this just isn't for me, but I always push that out of my mind because I remember all of the other things that I felt that exact same way about and persevered through. And when I finally started clicking how I can turn and cut and how to put like weight that I needed to on my outside leg or my turning leg, I was literally, I had headphones in and I was literally like singing out loud and dancing, and I just started fucking going really fast instead of being like insecure and scared and like, oh, I'm gonna fall, and like making myself fall because I'm not loose and comfortable and in the right stance and just in the right headspace. I was now like ripping it and turning fine and stopping fine. I took the back brake off of my fucking rollerblades, and it only took like 2 days. Granted, it was very easy for me to stand in rollerblades and move around in rollerblades because I did it when I was a kid. Some bad habits that I learned as a kid and some things that I did not know and never knew how to do. It felt like my body could not do it. I learned to do it today, and it's literally like a burst of adrenaline, natural adrenaline that you did by yourself with no one else. I feel like I'm getting emotional even talking about it because it just feels so fucking good. So get your ass out there and do stuff, and then you'll build this confidence that I have this way because you don't need anybody else and anyone can do it. And then finally go talk to that girl or ask for that raise, or just know that like anytime you feel like you can't do something, you can do it because time and time again, you've proven to yourself that you can. So learn how to fold that fitted sheet, learn how to play bass guitar like an asshole like I do, and remember that it doesn't matter about your race, gender, or creed. We're not trying to be the best. I'm never gonna be fucking Flea or something. I'm never even gonna be like David Gilmour or anything. I'm never gonna be anything like that. But some people come into my stream when I used to play bass on stream, and they would be like, damn, that's fucking cool. And it feels so good to be self-taught, and it feels so good to know that you can do that even when I'm older and I'm not like, you know, they push it into your head that like you can't learn languages, you can't do this and that unless you learn when you were a kid. No, you just have to practice, and once you know that that's a fact, it's like magic. All right, guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. If you want some spicy content, because I do that really well, and that comes very naturally to me, links will be down in the description, or more accurately, usernames will be down in the description. Good luck. Tell me what you practiced and what you learned, and I hope this helped. I will see you guys later. And since this is about to be a Twitch stream, as you can see right there, Pekka's talking shit to me. I did not get rid of that. This is like my Twitch screen, but I'm just recording. Follow me on Twitch too, twitch.tv/TaraBabcock if you like that kind of thing. I'll see you soon, and thank you so much for watching. Good luck.